I'm an industrial designer. When I make a dish at home, I research it and develop a dish for months. I love my processors and techie toys a little too much. As a creative, that's what I do. Cooking this simply is a bit of a risk for me, but I think I should be able to pull off a really simple and delicious dish.
Car, Marcus, Georgia, this is it. This is your last chance to stay in this competition, to save yourself, to prove to yourself first and foremost, and us, that you can cook.
If I'm the first person eliminated from a fish challenge, I'll never be able to look at my dad in the eye ever again. I'm just really hoping that I can redeem myself.
You have 45 minutes to cook a magnificent dish from these beautiful ingredients, including that fish.
45 minutes is not a great deal of time. I'm going to have to cook simply, which is something that I don't generally do. But you know what? I'm giving it a red hot go.
This is it, guys. First elimination, make or break time. You have 45 minutes, and your time starts now.
We have 45 minutes. It's really not that much time. So I choose the flathead. It's a fish that I've been eating since I was a little kid. Everything's riding on this. This is my last chance, and I cannot stuff this up.
I think this is Barra.
Looking at the pantry, there's hundreds of dishes to go through my mind, but I choose the tuna because it's already filleted, and I know it's really easy to cook.
Looking at all this fish, don't have much time to waste. I decide, pick up the flathead, just gonna batter and fry it. It's gonna be as simple as possible.
All right, come on, Marcus.
So I'm going to do some seared tuna on some crushed potatoes with a lemon vinaigrette.
My biggest concern is that I overcook the tuna, or I could potentially be going too simple.
This cook's so important for me because I want to prove to my parents that they're wrong, and if I go home early, then I'm wrong and they're right.
I'm going to do a pan-fried flathead with a potato puree and a salsa verde. Flathead's something my family and I absolutely love. We love to catch it and eat it, so hopefully the judges like it today.
I'm really trying to show who I am today. I've just got to make sure that this dish is perfect. This is my last chance, and I'm going to give this everything I've got.
To be the first to be eliminated, that'd be the worst. No one wants to be that guy. So today I'm going towards simplicity. It's the Friday night classic, fish and chips.
All right, Marcus, you good?
Very nervous.
What's the dish?
Battered chips and tartare.
Love that.
Yeah.
Fish and chips sounds easy, but it's risky, right? Because if the batter, you don't test it, comes out and it's soggy, disaster.
Yeah,
so
right.
fish and chips, it's got to be crispy all round.
Yeah, right.
So that's the thing you got to work towards.
Okay, yeah.
All right?
All right.
Because there's too many things that can go wrong on this.
When it comes to cooking, I don't do simple. 30 minutes to go and I'm hacking at this fish and I'm gonna get it battered come hell or high water.
Marcus, if you want to get the skin off, try and have it skinned down.
I'm just trying to get rid of the ribs.
I'm spending a lot of time on the fish and I'm probably working it a bit too much just because I want to make sure that there's no bones in them.
Keep your knife flat, yeah? So you don't take too much of the flesh off. And watch your hands, for God's sake.
I've got my potatoes on, and now it's time for the vinaigrette. I just get some verjuice, some olive oil, and some water, and I mix it together and some salt. And it just has to be a perfect balance of sweetness, sourness, and saltiness.
What's it missing, Car? What are you feeling?
I feel it might be a bit too sour.
So what can you do to counteract that?
Something sweet.
It has to be perfect. If not, it's going to be out of balance, and the judges will hate it.
Let's go!
So I finally managed to get the fillets battered and into the oil. And quite frankly, I'm just in a kerfuffle.
Oh, what am I doing? Think.
I decided to drop the chips and make some very thin discs with potatoes. It wouldn't be fish and chips, but it will be something. So to make these discs, I'm going to use a mandolin. If they're thin enough, they should cook quickly.
I'm concerned about Marcus. He's doing fish and chips, and he just looks all over the shop. I mean, the filleting of the fish wasn't that good. The batter, who knows?
Gary, George's mashed potato blended, recipe for disaster.
It is a little bit. The other thing is, too, that she's pan-frying flathead, which is something that she would cook at home. But flathead, if you're not careful, can overcook in seconds. And it ends up, you know, weeping that white protein, and you know it's going to be like cardboard. So at its best, it's going to be creamy, delicious and wonderful, and its worst, inedible.
I get the fish out of the deep fryer and it's crispy and it looks pretty golden, so I'm happy with that. That's a win.
Fish looks awesome, Marcus.
But it probably could be overdone.
I'm not really happy with the presentation, but once you start, it's really hard to stop. So I'm a bit worried they're not going to like the presentation.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Nearly there. Marcus, just get it on.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Good luck, mate.
So seared tuna on a bed of crushed potatoes with a vinaigrette.
You know, the biggest problem with seafood is that a lot of the time it gets covered in flavour, where you don't actually get to taste that fish. And I taste that tuna. It is beautifully cooked. Could there be more? Yes. And when I say more, I mean I'm getting this sort of one-dimensional flavour, which is nice, and I'm not complaining, but it's that little bit more.
Flathead that's been pan-seared with a salsa verde and a potato puree.
Well, that salsa verde is absolutely zinging with acidity, loaded with that kind of bright, herbaceous freshness of herbs, and for me, it makes the dish. The potato puree is wonderfully smooth, creamy, rich. I would suggest quite buttery. And the only letdown is the fact that the fish has been taken slightly over where I think anyone would like to see it, if only for, you know, 2 minutes less in the pan.
Yeah, but you know what? That is a really tasty dish, and the mashed potatoes are lovely.
Battered and fried flathead with tomato and basil salad on the side and some potatoes just lightly fried.
When I was a kid, we used to have this terrible habit of going to local chippy. They used to have all these big chunks of batter that were left over from cooking the fish, and they'd put them all over your chips. The batter is great, and it reminds me of those batter bits, crunchy, lovely.
But
That's what you call a visit to hospital.
The batter is definitely crunchy. I'm struggling to understand the concept of the potato, and that tomato and basil salad, it ain't what a beautiful tomato and basil salad should be.
well, you've got 3 young cooks with their eyes brimming with hope and a real passion for food. And the tragedy is we've got to go and tell one of them now they're going home.
Georgia, Marcus Carr, the pressure really got to you. Certainly in round 1, then round 2, and in round 3, you all stumbled.
There was, however, one dish with 1 too many negatives. That's why Marcus, you're going home. Cara and Georgia, you're safe.
Oh, well done. It's all right. That's all good. I didn't bleed on the dish. That's all that counts.
Now, this has hopefully given you an idea. Hopefully, I either gone, you know what? I want to get into this industry.
Yeah.
And if you do, there's only one thing from us we'll give you in terms of a tip. It takes one thing to become successful in this industry. Hard work.
Correct. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You do that, you become successful, and you'll love it.
Fantastic.
Marcus, hugs?
Yes, get in here. Everybody.